back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to talk about what it's like to be a twin. But before I do that, make sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking the red subscribe button down below. Now let's get on to the video. I actually asked you guys a while back for video requests for what you would like to see, because I was running out of video ideas. Because as I mentioned in a few videos back, I don't feel confident enough in myself to be creative, but I actually got a video request from someone. I actually forget who it was, but the person requested for me to do a video about what it is like to be a twin. And I actually thought that was a really good idea and a really interesting topic to talk about. So let's get into the video. It is actually really cool being a twin because you actually don't think about it. It's like you're with someone all the time, and you always share a birthday. But one of the bad parts about being a twin is that you don't get your own day, which I often think about. But in other ways, it's really cool because you always have a friend and someone to hang out with. And that's the really good part about being a twin. But for my sister and I, for example, my sister and I have always it's always been I wouldn't say a competition, but you may classify it as that. But when we were younger, I would always want to do what my sister did, because it was a rare occasion that because my sister and I were born at 28 weeks, and it was really rare for me to get all the problems, and she did not get any of the problems at all. So she did dance, and she did a bunch of stuff when we were younger, and I always wanted to be like my sister and do all these things. And so when we were younger, it didn't seem like it then, but she's always gotten me to do things, a lot of things. And just this past year, she's gotten me to be independent, and she's pushed me to be the best that I can be despite my disability. And that's the good thing about being a twin, is that I feel like it's always a competition between each other, and we're always on a race of to beat each other. And it's always I used to say when I was younger, if Allie was doing that, why can't I do that? And as I mentioned in a few videos back about my dancing school, well, I didn't mention that in the video, but my sister was actually the one who got me into dance because she started dancing when she was like 3, and again, I wanted to do a lot of things my sister did when she was younger because she was not disabled. She's not disabled, and I just felt like I wanted to be like my sister, and it actually forced me to be the person that I am today because I feel like her doing activities and doing all these things helped me with my independence and actually shaped me into the person that I am today, because if it wasn't for her and us competing against each other, if you can call it that, I don't think I would be where I am today. But back to the dance subject. My sister started dancing when she was 3 years old, and my mom put her in dance, and then I said to my mom one day, I think I was like 3 at the time or whatever. I think I was the same age. I don't know though. But I wanted to dance like my sister because she was dancing. As you guys may know if you watched it's not my latest video because at the time that I'm filming this, I just scheduled it to go live tomorrow. But as you may or may not know, in that video, I talked about my dancing school dancing dreams. But we found my dancing school dancing dreams, and I started dancing there when I was 5, as I mentioned in that video. And funny story, it's about 11 years later now, and I am still dancing, and my sister quit when she was like 7. It's kind of funny, but so it's really cool being a twin and sharing this. I feel like Allie and I have this like we get each other, and we like have this describable bond of like we can tell each other things, but like sometimes I don't agree with her, sometimes I do, but like I feel like even my parents too, I feel like she's the only one who my parents believe in me, but I feel like my sister is kind of the only one who knows my full potential in a way. And I don't know why I think that. I think it's because she pushes me all the time, and that's what I like about being a twin, is because that you always have someone with you all the time, and you always have someone that's the exact same age as you. It's kind of funny because I am the one who makes it more of a big deal of us being twins than she does. We were born at 2:03 in the afternoon, and my dad, he used to have this alarm that would go off at 2:03 in the afternoon on our birthday, and I always make it a big deal because I was born first. And it's kind of funny because she could care less about the time we were born. And as you guys know, we went skydiving for our birthday this year. And we were getting ready to go skydiving, and it was 2:03 in the afternoon. And I was literally watching the clock because for us to turn 17, it's kind of funny. Allie told me I was being stupid, but which I kind of was looking back at it. But so I always make it a big deal once that alarm goes off or once 2:03 hits. I always have to get the happy birthday first because I was born first. Overall, being a twin is just such a cool thing because you get to grow up with this person, and you always grow up with this person. And some of the bad things about being a twin is that you have to share a birthday, but that's also a good thing too because you get to celebrate together, which is pretty cool. And like, for example, with the birthday thing, you always have to decide together of like what you want to do for your birthday. And for our birthday last year, we were turning 16, and you know how people have like these big, huge, elaborate Sweet 16 parties? Well, I wanted a Sweet 16 party, and my sister did not. So we went with my sister's choice, and we went to France, and we did a 2-week trip, but which you guys may know because I did videos on that last year. In my case, I feel like my sister helps me a lot because I am disabled, but it's also, I feel like a twin is also someone that you can count on, and you can count on like your siblings that are not twins, but which I think anyway, I don't have any other siblings. This is why it's so cool. I feel like I actually have a bonus because, as you guys may or may not know, my sister recently got her license because we turned 17, and as of right now, I am not able to get my license. I didn't take the test yet, or I didn't try it because it's a long process for me to get my license because of the fact that I have a disability. But Allie and I kind of have an advantage because we're twins, and she gets to drive me everywhere. And we're like partners now because she gets to drive me everywhere, and we get to go to the stores together, and we get to do more things together because she's driving me. But